I guess it was very interesting. If you had the opportunity to be here, I'm pretty sure that you have learned a lot. And if you were not here, you can go to our YouTube channel and you are going to find that webinar there. And also today we are going to learn a lot. We are going to have the opportunity to learn with Jose Paizan. He was very, very friendly when I asked him to give us this webinar around Meetup and Eventbrite, two tools that we can use to attract more members, because nowadays we are having that challenge. I was going to use the word problem, but it's this challenge. We need to attract new members and we only have digital tools to do that. So that's why we are trying to learn new tools. And maybe it's not only about using new tools, is using them as a professional. So you may ask who is Jose Paizan, and I'm going to tell you who is him in the beginning. After that, he can add something, of course. Jose Ramon Paizan is member of Asturias Toastmasters Club since 1 year and a half ago, and now he is the sergeant of arms in that club. He cooperates with the club growth team of the district and also with this area, developing marketing strategies and coordinating clubs to unify efforts and resources to share Meetup and optimize it, and also Eventbrite. And now we are going to have, of course, the opportunity to learn from you. So, Jose, thank you so much again for giving us the opportunity to learn from you and to let us learn with your expertise and your experience. So now the virtual stage is yours. So please welcome, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vera. Thank you very much to you all to attend this webinar. Today, as Vera said, we're talking about Meetup and Eventbrite, and I honestly hope that the information I share with you today is helpful for you and for your clubs to grow up the communities in your Meetup and Eventbrite accounts. But before starting the presentation, let me tell you that you have to select the speaker's view, because I'm launching the presentation in my window, not sharing the screen, but in my window. So I'm doing it right now. Let's see. You see the presentation in my window? Yeah, okay. So let's start. Let me a couple of seconds and we start. Well, so let's talk about Eventbrite and Meetup. And the first thing we have to know is what they are, what Meetup and Eventbrite are. Both are social. Both work the same way, and both allow that event organizers, like we are, to bring together people with the same interests. So the main goal as the opening account, either Meetup or Eventbrite, is to build a community of people interested in public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. So they will find us and join our groups thanks to they have looked for someone that or something that helps them with their problems, with that issues, public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. And we solve their problems. It means that if we do things right, people with our same interests will join our groups and events, of course. And now let's go ahead and let's see how they work. It's important to know how they work. As I told you previously, both are social media, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And both run in the same way, but with an important difference between Eventbrite and Meetup. As long as Eventbrite is free, Meetup is a paid service. I have to tell that Eventbrite is free for us because we would only pay in case we sell paid tickets. Our tickets are free, so for us, Eventbrite is free. But Meetup is paid. And this is a great entry barrier for clubs to pay the fee of the taxes in the fees in Meetup. So let's go step by step because there's a solution for that issue for us, right? So let's go and see what we do when we join either Meetup or Eventbrite. When we join to that social media, we create a group. The group is the main role, either Eventbrite or Meetup. And the group is the role or the role who manage the community. Our goal in that social media is create a community. Creating, being a group, we can create, manage, and make the community grow up, but only being the owners of the group. And I want to you take this in mind. We should create a community, right? A community which is a group of followers who have joined us to solve their issues with public speaking, communication, leadership skills, whatever. And notice something important. If we are able to create the community, we can manage the community. It means that we can every time get in touch with them whenever we want, letting them know who we are, what we do, and where and when we get together, when we celebrate meetings, for example. We can let them know regular events or extraordinary events, wherever we want. But the important key is that belonging in a group, we manage the community. That's the purpose. So this is something that I want to highlight. And I want to highlight is this because one of the solutions we had to avoid the price of in Meetup were joining the district Meetup account. I did it, I tried it, but I'm afraid I have to tell you that it's not a good idea to join the Meetup, the district Meetup account. And let's see why. Well, when we join the district group, the district, the Meetup account of the district, we join as an event owner, not group owner. And that means that we as a club don't have the opportunity or the role to manage the community. And the issue is that when a club joins Meetup District account, doing it as event manager means that the club creates an event which belongs to the district group. So the club does not have any kind of way to manage the community, as I told you previously. And what's the main consequence of doing that? The main consequence of doing that practice is that the district group now have a community of people from different places and languages. Think about a weird mixture of people from Spain, Portugal, and now Morocco, receiving every time emails from clubs in those countries and in Portuguese, Spanish, English, and Arabic. What a mess, don't you think so? Let me explain this one with an example. Let's imagine a member from a club, let's see, Club C in Morocco, receiving every single day emails of events in his country, in Portugal and Spain, and in Portuguese, Spanish, English, and Arabic. I think you agree with me, it has no sense at all. And what is worst, it's annoying. Think about you receiving emails every day from the Meetup account, from clubs everywhere. It really disturbs you, right? So think about what kinds of engagement would we get if we are constantly disturbing our community. Do you really think someone would pay attention to an email after have been bombed with emails for a long time? I think this is not a good practice, honestly. It's my personal opinion, right? But you know, we all know that having to pay the meetup fees is not affordable for clubs. But fortunately, we have a choice. Let's see. We have the choice to break meetup entry barriers. The choice I want to share with you is working together. Working together is better than being alone. Notice if you see the screenshot that when we open Meetup account, we are able to manage 3 groups. So we can share this account among 3 clubs. So a club used 1 group each. So it's a better option to pay $3.33 or $1.166 a month. It's affordable, and it's really easy to do for clubs, sharing the accounts among 3 clubs. So we have a choice with Meetup to break the barrier. With Meetup, we can work together. And at this point, I have to tell you that I'm really proud to tell you that my club, Asturias Toastmasters Club, is already doing that. We share our Meetup account with Toastmasters Sardinero and Toastmasters Altamira and other clubs from our area. We are proud to do that, and we think it's a great solution for all the 3 clubs. And honestly, I strongly believe that it's better having no Meetup account than sharing the district one, because from my view, it's my personal opinion, it's better no community than an annoyed one. Let's think in a disturbed, non-engaged people in the community. They are leaving sooner than later, and the managers are losing their times, I think. So once we see who is Meetup and Eventbrite and how it works, now let's try. Sorry,
Jose Ramon.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I make a question?
Yes.
Or should I wait until the end?
Whenever you want. Take a question.
Okay. If you can go back to the previous slide.
Yes.
Yes. You were mentioning that we can share the account with 3 clubs. Now, yeah. Before that, you were saying that the district has 3 main languages, which are Portuguese, Spanish, and Arabic. Would it be possible to create 3 district accounts one for Portugal, one for Spain, and one for Morocco. And then within that account, divide, rather than by clubs, divide by divisions, because Portugal has 3 divisions, C, D, and E, and Spain has 3 divisions, A, B, and F. In that sense, you could divide the total amount of the cost by all the clubs, which would be rather cheaper. Could that be an option, or why are you thinking about dividing the account with 3 clubs rather than divisions?
This is a great proposal. I didn't think about it, but it's a great proposal. Okay. Why not? Yeah, thank you very much for sharing the proposal, because I didn't take it in mind, and it's great. Okay. From my view, it's a great proposal. Thank you, Chema.
We can talk about that later on if you want to. I will not interrupt you. Sorry.
Well, thank you for your proposal. Now we're going to know how to set up the account in Eventbrite or Meetup. Well, as I told you in the beginning, both are social media and both work in the same way. So setting up one is the same as setting up the other, right? And how they work? They work like a search engine. So think about Google, giving back searching results when we search for something. So what they do mainly is indexing our group and event pages in their databases. Then the search bot shows them to people who search for events or groups, right? It means something remarkable, something important. And I want to highlight it, and I'll repeat you twice because it sounds a bit weird. When we set up our group profile and events, we must think both in human beings and search bots at the same time. Repeat, when we set up our profiles in Eventbrite or Meetup, we have to think in human beings and search bots at the same time. And I know it's a bit weird, a bit confused, but it's easier than appears. Let's go step by step, and let's go to step 1. Well, let's analyze, let's see how, in this case, Meetup, they show us in the homepage the search results pages. You see at the top the search bar, and below a list of results listed by relevance, just like Google does. What it means is that when you search for something, you'll give back the most relevant results for your search location. And let's see how the results are shown. A picture above and a short description below. In this case, in other case, you will see a picture or a thumbnail at the left and the short description, the title, at the right. Doesn't matter the position, it's the same. But the most important thing is, what does it mean? It means that we have a couple of ways to grab the attention of the viewers. The picture or the thumbnail and the title. And another couple of ways to tell the searching bot who we are with the title and the description. The description is not shown in the results page, but it's important, as we'll see later on. So let's go again step by step. And now we are going to see how we can be more attractive to the visitors. So Now we are going to do human beings fall in love with us. Now we are going to fish visitors, to fish new members. For that, maybe you've heard about clickbait. In case you didn't, I explained you in a while. Clickbait is a method, a sort of techniques to attract the clicks from visitors. Some techniques to somehow highlight one search result to get the view of the visitor, pushing him to click on that link. So the goal for us is clear. We have to stand out from our competitors. In this case, in the list of search results. The goal is to get more clicks in our events and groups and less clicks for the competitors, of course. And for this purpose, I've designed a break pattern design or layout in this list of search results. So let's analyze. Let's see the opportunities we have to break this boring pattern of this list. So firstly, look at the thumbnail. And I'm giving you 3 advices to highlight to be more attractive than the rest of the links or the results in the page. First, bright colors. Bright colors attract more. Look at the bright colors, yellow. Bright colors attract. Think that we are like mosquitoes. We feel attracted by the light. So design your image, design your thumbnail with bright color to attract the view of the visitors. Second advice, clear written message. Let the visitors have things easy. So easy to read, straight message to the eyes of the visitors. So a message easy to read for visitors and easy to see, right? Great big letters, easy to read, a couple of two or three words, no more. And of course, if you want to include a picture related to what we do and what we are, not a picture of a friendly meeting. No, a picture that shows what it is about, right? So to be more effective, let's make a comparison with the rest. Let's see. As long as our thumbnail is attractive because of the color of the letter, etc., related to the topic and giving clear information, the others have no sense at all. Let's see the first one at the top. With a screen capture of a Zoom meeting, what does it mean? For someone who is looking for public speaking, it has no sense at all. The following, the following below us, with people playing on the ground, that's no sense at all. That's not the message we want to give. And let's see the last one at the bottom of the screenshot. A messy ball of letters highlighting Toastmasters. But what is Toastmasters? Do you think that the word Toastmasters means something for someone who didn't heard anything about us? I encourage you to think something when you are developing or creating a profile, right? We don't have to make the mistake of presuming people know us. let's think as a visitor, not as a member, when we are designing our profiles here or in Facebook, in Twitter, in LinkedIn, wherever. People don't know anything about us, don't know what Toastmasters is. Toastmasters has sense for us, but the word hasn't sense for much of the public out there, all right? So let's look to the right, to the second opportunity to highlight, the text. And I want to tell you one thing. If we have more than one line, let's use the whole length to spread the message. Let's use the whole resource that the social media gives us to spread the message. First. Second, using one or two colored emojis will help us to highlight from others, to grab the view, the attention of the visitors. Notice that the text is black and white. If we add a colored item in our text, we are being different from the others. So the view of the visitors will go straight to our result, right? Remember the mosquitoes. Bright and color attracts the view of the visitors. And the third important key, copywriting techniques. Copywriting techniques are very useful tools, so let's do it. Writing some keywords uppercase not only grab the attention, but think, shoot an arrow straight to the emotion, to the emotions of the viewers. And it's really powerful. Touching the emotion is super powerful. For that, try to uppercase action words. For instance, help, do, can, overcome, improve, get, accomplish, perform, etc. Now let's make a comparison again. And notice that none of them use more than one line. Look at the first, how much they has missed. And look now to the third club, the one below us. They are losing resources writing online meeting. Why I have to write online meeting when online event is written in the thumbnail by Meetup or Eventbrite? So those two words are very important to spread our message. Don't lose these resources. Telling the visitors the same than are told over the thumbnail. And while to write in the title as the club of the bottom, that is free. When we have the opportunity of doing that in a more visualized way in the thumbnail, and we get another word to use to spread our message and to help the searching bot index us. So I want to repeat again that you have to take in mind one important thing. We need as much key information in the title as possible. And notice that key information, because this is one of the ways that we have to tell to the search engine who we are and what we do. So now we've learned some techniques to make visitors love us and to grab the attention of the visitors. But before going on, I want to share with you a couple of things more. The first is telling you something that Vera has told you, that I've written a guide with these advices to set up Meetup and Eventbrite. You have a PDF uploaded in the chat box. You can download whenever you want. And there you will see these techniques and the amazing online and free, remember the word free, resource to make awesome creative designs. Canva.com, you see in the presentation, canva.com is an amazing tool we have online to create thumbnails, ebooks, everything related to design. Okay. And secondly, because before going on, sorry, I have to tell you that I guess someone of you have heard about clickbait, and someone of you have heard that it's not good. Well, I have to say that it's not exactly like that. All right, the key is using it without cheating. All right, so let's do it. Let's do clickbait. Let's do the techniques I've explained right now, but always telling the truth. It's the key point. Tell the truth. Those techniques are used on Google, YouTube, social media, webs, etc. And they are not being punished unless the content of the site where the links drive to is achieved. So we always tell the truth, so we won't be punished. All right. So use clickbait techniques without fear, because you are not going to lie, so you won't be punished. So let's see how we can treat well the search bot. It's important to treat well human beings, and as I told you before, it's important treating well the search bot, because keeping the search bot happy is the second leg for we succeed in Meetup and Eventbrite. They work like Google, a search engine that indexes groups and events in their databases. And the way the bot knows what event or group is about is literally reading the titles and descriptions, because the bot knows reading. It's like that, literally. So what we have to do? We have to let them know who we are and what we do. How? Writing first great titles. You know now why I told you we need to get all the resources of the title. We need to write great titles, and of course great descriptions, using the important keywords for us. Our important keywords, our key keywords are public speaking, communication, or leadership skills. Of course, we also should use other relevant words which are synonyms of the main ones or are related to the main ones. For example, speakers, communicate, speeches, leader, leading, communicator, etc. Look at the screenshot again and see what is there. In yellow are highlighted the main keyword for that event in that case, right? They chose public speaking. That is his main keyword. They are highlighted in yellow. And notice that they wrote down the keyword in the title, subtitle, and the body of the text. And they did the same with the related words highlighted in blue. You see, they are written in the body of the text. So to sum up, we have to use our keywords and related words to our keywords to let the bot know who we are, what we do, and how we do it. All right. And at this point, I have to tell you something relevant, and it's similar to clickbait. We have to do it, but notice that it's not a good practice writing down a lot of those words with no sense, right? Because you will be punished. So when you write your profile in Eventbrite or Meetup, do it naturally. Include the words, but naturally in the text, right? Because the search bot will discover whether it's natural or forced. And in case of doing it no naturally, your group or event could be punished, right? So write down your profile, use as many words as possible, but doing it naturally without giving the with sense. All right. So this way, the people searching for those search terms, which are, remember, our targeted audience, will see their screen, the screens, our groups or events, and it's like that because in the text we have told to the bot that our proposal matches more or less exactly with what the user is looking for. And now I want you to think for a while about the power, the superpower of combining this happiness of the bot with an amazing and highlighted search results made with our clickbait techniques. Combining both things, we are building a great and effective strategy. And let me tell you something. That's not all, folks. There are still more. There are another option, another strategy. We have to boost our Meetup or Eventbrite account. And once again, working together is the best way to grow up. Till now, we've seen what Meetup and Eventbrite are and how to set them to make our profiles powerful and efficient, right? But to boost engagement in those places, we have to work together again. What it means is that every member of our club have something to do to help. I repeat, every member of our club have something to do to help. And I want to share with you a couple of final advices to push your club accounts. And I encourage you to convince your club members to help you with Meetup or Eventbrite. Let's see. First, before the meeting, a couple of days or so before the meetings, we can send, as the owners of the community, we can send an email to the community to tell them the meeting is coming. So, and in that email, we ask them for their attendance. And now is when the members of the clubs must respond massively to that email saying, yes, no matter they won't attend to the meeting. Let's encourage the members of the club respond saying yes. And after the meeting, the system, both in Meetup and Eventbrite, contact the attendees, ask them for feedback. Once again, tell the members of the club, respond and give their feedback. All the members. Why should you do it? Because those are two signals we are sending to the algorithm, telling it we have an active and amazing group and event. We are telling to the machine that our events deserve to be shown more than others that don't have that signals because they have less activity and feedback. We are giving the activity signals. We are alive. We are great. We have great feedback. So let's tell that to the algorithm, and let's tell to the algorithm we deserve to be shown in the search results. So that's all, and now I'm going to upload the ebook. You can download and you can share and you can use. And I want to tell you that I'm at your command in case you want an extra help. And in the ebook you have some ways to contact me in case you wish. All right. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jose, for your
thank you.
For your help for us to learn how to use these tools with like a pro, like we have said in the beginning of the webinar. And now maybe we will have some time for some questions and answers. You are going to be the one who is going to answer, of course. And does anyone have an answer for a question for Jose?
I'm uploading again the ebook in case you want to download it.
How I have a question, Belen.
Yeah, Belen.
Yes. Hi, how you doing? How effective has Meetup and Eventbrite been for you in attracting new members?
I don't have much experience with Eventbrite, but in my club, we say that we have many sons of Meetup, many Meetup sons, because Meetup was very, very effective in my club.
Wonderful. Okay, thanks.
We have a community of 500 members in our Meetup account.
Wow.
So
okay, interesting.
It's quite effective.
Do you know, is there a way to find out how big the reach is? How big of the market is in Meetup for an area or Eventbrite? You know, on Facebook, we're able to say, okay, show me users in, you know, this city, and you can get an estimate, or you have some filters there. Do you have that too?
Can you repeat, please? I couldn't get the question.
Sorry. Do you have a sense of how big the universe is for Meetup, for example, or Eventbrite? How big is the reach? How many people does it reach? Like, for example, in Facebook, you can target people. This is not, we can't target here. It's just people search for you.
You're talking about paid advertisement, or?
No, but for example, we just put up our event. I only know about putting up the event and people come to you. There's nothing you can be proactive on it other than promoting your event.
I don't have that information, but the most effective is to create a great profile and a great position profile to be shown before others. It's like Google.
Okay.
You,
Okay.
you can pay for advertisement as Google, as in Google.
Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bevan. I guess that we have another question from Pedro. Pedro?
Hi, everyone. I used to use the Eventbrite, not Meetup, and when I make my posts, I link them with Facebook. So the event created in Eventbrite are connected with Facebook. And at a certain time, I cannot distinguish what was the tracking that becomes from the Facebook or becomes from the Eventbrite itself. I don't know if you have some idea.
But when people come from Facebook,
once we publish the Eventbrite event in Facebook, sharing, yes, but the direct sharing, who publish is Eventbrite, not directly on Facebook. So we don't really know if the tracking, the traction are as easy origin in Facebook or in Eventbrite.
But the main goal is to create a community in Eventbrite. You don't mind if the visitors come from Facebook, from Google, from Eventbrite itself, doesn't matter. What we want is to create the community. If we have the community in Asturias, we have 500 people in the community, we can manage the community, we can send them the emails of our meetings and whatever we want. And the purpose or the goal is to create the community. Doesn't matter if the visitors come from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from Twitter, whatever. I don't know if I
okay. I understand your idea. Yes. Yes, we collect the information and use the mails and so on to.
Yeah, we want to
communicate, but not.
What we want is to
we act like spammers. No, what I'm trying to say is, it's different if you think in one tool to create a community, of you are trying to be a great spammer. You know, you are collecting emails and now you.
No, but in both in Eventbrite or Meetup, you are not a spammer because you don't have the personal data. You send an email inside the site itself, but you don't have the personal data, and you send the emails to your community. Your community are made by people who want to be in your community. Yeah, if I'm in your community and I don't want your emails, what I have the choice of leaving your community.
Yes, another question. I do that usually before the event. So the Eventbrite have automatic mails one day before, 2 or 3 hours before, etc. And sometimes I personalize that email. But after the event, I don't use that tool, but it's a good idea. One question is that we have created different events in different days. How I know that some person are registered for an event and for the other two. So when we try to send an email after event, he receives 2 emails.
I don't get the question. So after the event, you want,
for example, we do Toastmaster meetings every week.
yeah.
And for example, I put each week I made a new event in Eventbrite. After sometimes some of the persons are the same in the different weeks. If you use the tool to send email after events, once you don't know the name of the guys, you will send many
everyone.
equal emails to the same person. So
the system, what the system does is sending an email to the attendees, but we don't have the choice to know what was the attendees. It's the problem. The system sends emails itself asking for feedback. It's for the purpose, I think, of the algorithm, of the activity of the group, and for positioning, maybe for those kinds of things. But we have no way to know what users attended and what users didn't after the meeting was over.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other question now?
Yes, I have two questions,
Okay.
very, very fast. Jose Ramon, you
Ready.
mentioned that before the meeting, you ask your members to go to Eventbrite or Meetup in order to check and confirm that they are going to the meeting. Now, that means that they are confirming that they are going to the meeting both in Meetup and EasySpeak. Is that correct?
Yeah, but easy speaking, it's something internal of us.
Yes, I know.
What I meant is that when we are sending an email before the event, what I encourage is the members of the club respond to tell the algorithm the signal that we have an active event, and which is a great signal for our position in the searching results. That's the goal, to respond that email. It's it's different from EasySpeak.
Okay, and from those 500 people in your community, how many have become part of your clubs?
I don't have that figures. I don't know actually. We have that community. We deliver a message before the meeting, and sometimes a member comes, and we have some meetup zones, as we say in Asturias.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any other questions, Shema? No? Okay, so the last question now, and the last answer, if someone wants to grab it, it's for free for now. So I guess that we have no more answers because we have no more questions. So
Sheila.
Okay, Sheila, sorry.
Sorry, I was a bit late. I always forget to turn on my microphone. It's not really so much a question, it's actually confirmation of what you have just said about getting members to sign up. We don't do it. Our previous vice president of PR asked the club members to do it, and very few of us, I'm ashamed to say, including myself, did it. And now I understand what he's talking about, what you're talking about, because when I get our meetup things, we've sometimes only got 7 people going. And out of a club where we have 14 or 18 people attending, it doesn't give a good image. So after tonight, I'm going to try and encourage the club members, but explain why we want them to sign up for it. It doesn't take 2 minutes to do it.
Yes,
thank you very much for tonight. Thank you.
Thanks to you. Great to help you.
Thank you.
So that was a very interesting approach, I guess, because that is one of our biggest problems nowadays. I have that feeling, because we are not interacting with social media, none of us, not in Facebook, not in Instagram, not in any tool that we are using. And maybe we have to do that, because that is going to add some kind of traffic around our social media tools, and that is going to be more attractive to people. So I guess that if we all do that, we are going to help all the clubs, because
Yes.
I don't know if you feel the same as I do, but we have so many tools and so many communication channels, and we are all tired of social media, but that is today the most effective way to get to people. And since we don't have money to invest, I guess that not all the clubs that have lots of money to invest in social media campaigns, we have to do our part, that is becoming more engaged with our social media. It's what we
Yes.
call the the unpaid traffic, that is the most available for us. So I guess that is a very good idea that we are taking from here. And thank you so much, Jose, for your help, for your lesson, for your great presentation. Thank you, Chema, for helping me. And it was a very interesting tool. And I guess that we have to be aware that most of the times it's not about how many members we really attract, because it's not only about getting new members. I know that I'm saying a stupid thing, but we have to try to let people know about Toastmasters, and we have to use all the tools that we have available. It's Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Meetup and Eventbrite and Telegram and all the ones that we could use. Nowadays, I guess that we have that kind of urge to do that, because if you want to attract new members, we have to try new channels. But we are all public relations. That's what I am saying since ever. This is not a task to be done by the public relations of the club. We are all public relations in our clubs and in Toastmasters. So thank you again. And please, our job now is to try to use these tools more effectively, like a pro, like Jose teach us to do. And maybe we are going to be together again soon in another webinar. If you have any ideas, or if you want to deliver a webinar around PR or something else, please come to me and say, I want to have share a webinar with the district, and I'm going to organize everything for you. So again, thank you so much for being here, and have a great weekend. It's almost weekend. And we are going to share this webinar and the ebook that Jose has made for us with everyone. So please, thank you again for being here, and try to use Meetup and Eventbrite like a pro. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let's work together.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it.
Yes.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.